Hello and welcome to another Unexpected Results on the Slyphor channel. I am here with another pack. This one with Nissa Wild Speaker? World Waker. That's the one, not Wild Speaker. It was Garrick Wild Speaker and that's not in this edition. But yeah, pack with Nissa World Waker on. And I thought I'd do something nice at the beginning and show you the easiest way to open a pack, because it used to be you would pinch this back bit, press these two front ones forwards, and it would create a split right there in the middle, and you could just put your finger in there and open it. That used to be the easiest way to open, but they've changed it. Might be just 2015, because it seems to be every so often they would have a set that opened slightly differently, easier. But with this one, you can just peel away the back flat bit and it breaks in two. Not sure how easily you can see this. So it reveals the foil part at the back, and you can just pry your fingers into there and it splits open. This is also quite good because for those of you as weird as me who like to keep artwork of various things, it means that you get the artwork still intact, so that's quite good. But yeah, let's get down to the pack, and we can start with this guy, this Miner's Bane. 6-drop in red, 6/3, seems okay, sort of, I suppose. The majority of this set seems to be slightly weaker than 2014, apart from the occasional one like the Soul of Theros, which is really powerful, and the Soul of New Phyrexia. But yeah, so a 6/3 for 6 seems okay, doesn't seem too bad. I've seen them in play a couple of times and they're pretty good, but that's mostly because of their ability, their 3-drop mana ability, not 3-drop, 3-cost mana ability, which gives them +1/+0 and trample until end of turn. So if you have nothing else to spend your mana on, you can do that twice from the turn after you've summoned them. So that's quite good, so they get +2/+0 and trample. We then have a plummet. So a 2-drop green, destroy target flying creature. Against blue decks, I'd say this is pretty good. There's quite a lot of flying in blue, like the Soul of Ravnica. There's also some flying in white, like Avacyn. There's things like Obnixilis. So there's a good decent amount of flyers in this set. This could work pretty well. Next we have... what is that? Carrion Crows are flying. So there you go, straight away, target for plummet. So we got the Carrion Crows, a 3-drop, 2/2, which, just under vanilla, it seems pretty good. With the flying rule, it seems perfectly fine. I've realised I'm quite dark. Let's see if I can fix that. Is that any better? Ooh, there you go, slightly lighter. And then it'll fade away again because the light from my window is destroying it all. But yeah, Carrion Crows. So a 2/2 for 3. Seems okay. With flying, easily passes vanilla. And then it enters the battlefield tapped, which isn't amazing, but in black you need flyers and to fight off the blue nonsense. So it seems pretty good. We then have Goblin Rough Rider, 3-drop 3/2, simple as that. Seems okay, not quite vanilla, but still seems pretty powerful. It works. The artwork's pretty cool as well. It's just riding around on a giant like centipede thing. Ooh, mediation puzzle or meditation puzzle. That's quite cool. I do like these ones in because, as I've said before, I primarily focus on white life gain, and this is some really good white life gain. Convoke, so a 5-drop, but with Convoke and with things like Raise the Alarm, it easily gets it down quite a lot, and then you gain 8 life. which with things like Ajani's Pride Mate, giving it counters, triggering his ability. As I said, with things like Raise the Alarm, it's a pretty good card. We then have this one, Mind Sculpt. 2-drop in blue. Target opponent puts the top 7 cards of his or her library into the graveyard. So, mill 7. Seems decent. Seems pretty good. So I'll lean back a bit more so you can see more of me and see more of the cards, which is I know what you're here for. But yeah, seems fairly decent. Blast Firebolt. 6-drop in red. Deal 5 damage to target creature, destroy all equipments attached to that creature. So, with Khan's coming up, I have a feeling it'll be similar to Kamigawa, where there were quite a lot of like sword equipments and banners and all sorts, because it's running along a Mongolian theme, or seems to be going that way. So this would probably be quite good. Dealing 5 damage is quite enough to kill the majority of big-ish creatures. Kind of mid-game stuff, just wiping out a creature and then destroying a bunch of artifacts on it, seems pretty powerful. We then have Marked by Honor again. I do like Marked by Honors. I've already talked through those though. Then we've got Invisibility. A 2-drop for 2 blue. Enchanted creature can't be blocked except by walls. So it's that helm equipment from Theros can't be blocked except by walls. Seems pretty much the same except it's in blue. Yeah, seems decent. Basically giving it unblockable except for like the 5 wall cards that came out in this set. And then we have the Wall of Mulch. Speaking of walls, Wall of Mulch. A 2-drop wall, 0/4, defender, because it's a wall. And then a 1-drop sacrifice this wall to draw a card, so you can kind of cycle through it. Seems decent. A 2-drop, early game defender. Seems good as a wall. Ooh, and then we get into that one we got into the uncommons. And then I have a Warden of the Beyond as my next uncommon. So a 3-drop white 2/2 with Vigilance, and he gets a +2/+2 as long as your opponent owns a card in exile. So throw this in the deck with a Revoke Existence, I believe, from Theros, or in a white-black deck with something like Vile Rebirth. Easily makes him pretty good. Makes him a 4/4 with Vigilance for 3, so easily worth it. We then have another wall. I have a feeling this deck is going around wall. This pack is going towards walls. So a 3-drop 0/3 with Defender. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Wall of Limbs. So this one works similarly to Ajani's Pride Mate, in that it would work quite well with Meditation. The Meditation card, Meditation Puzzle. That's the one. I keep forgetting its name. And then it has an ability of 7. Sacrifice Wall of Limbs. Target player loses X life, where X is Wall of Limbs power. So equal to the +1/+1s basically. So if it's been sat on the field for quite a while, if it's in a white-black life gain deck, that seems pretty powerful. And then we have Hornet Queen as our rare. So a 7-drop 2/2 with Flying and Death Touch that summons 4 Flying Death Touch insect tokens when it enters. Seems pretty good. 5 little Flying Death Touches for 7 seems perfectly powerful. Will stop people wanting to swing in at you because you'll just have chump blockers. In a Graveyard Matters deck, this would be really good because you can just re-pull it back out and would make a nightmare for anyone else. And then we've got a Foil Plummet. So there you go, another Plummet. I think to fight off the Hornet Queen. But yeah, foil, nice shiny plummet in there. Looks pretty fancy. And then we've got a plane and the promo card. So yeah, other than Hornet Queen, I think that probably Warden of the Beyond would be my pick of the pack. Really good if you have anything like life gain, anything that exiles, so like Irrevoke Existence or Vile Rebirth, as I said before. Seems really powerful, so yeah, that would be my pick. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week for more Magicking Jewel of the Planeswalkers. And it's only about 3 weeks until Khans comes out. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of a talk now about the Khans rules that have been released. So they've already shown, not showed, the Mardu Horde leader, Zergo Helm Smasher. He seems really powerful. That's probably the group that I'm going to go with, because it seems the most like Boros, which is what I played in Ravnica, with red-white, lots of like haste and throwing in creatures for attacks, with the added black abilities of possibly some kill spells, possibly some death touch. Would easily be worth it. Maybe more based around possibly lifelink with both black and white. And then they've also released the 2 rules, the 2 new set rules, which are Raid and Prowess. Raid seems pretty cool. The one that they've released so far is Mardu Heart Piercer. And the Raid rule is basically, if you've attacked this turn, said thing happens when this card enters. The Mardu one is it deals 2 damage, so it's a shock. So it's basically if you summon something in your second main phase, which would be interesting to see it play out with the whole heroic tribute stuff from Theros block, because that seemed to be more focused towards playing things in your first main phase and then like using the strives and things to target everything to trigger multiple heroics. Whereas Raid will then make people think more about the second main phase, which would be quite cool. We'll probably change up how play works again and will be pretty interesting. Whereas Prowess, which so far has been shown for the Jeskai Elder, who is from, where is it? The Jeskai Way, or Jeskai Way, which is the Rakar Shard Wedge. Jeskai Way being Patriot, red, white, blue, and Prowess seems to be a rule based around casting spells. So I have a feeling that red, white, blue is more focused towards being Izzet themed, so being more spell heavy, with then like a splash of white for some small creatures or life gain spells, possibly like meditation puzzle, meditation puzzle, not mediation, I keep going to say that. But yeah, so that seems pretty cool, and it is, the rule for Prowess is basically whenever you cast a non-creature spell, the creature with Prowess gets +1/+1. And I think that could well be based on the number of Prowess, so similar to things like Ravage, I think. Is it Ravage? And then like Bloodthirst and Bloodlust, I think, the two vampire ones, or the vampire and the gruel. But yeah, so that seems like a powerful mechanic, based more towards spell play. So they seem interesting. They're adding another mechanic for each of the other three wedges, groups within Tarkir, and they're all going to be based towards different themes of play, so it should be interesting. So I'm looking forward to Khans, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Goodbye.